All right. Let's see. Let's check this audio out. Make sure we're all good. All right. I'll let the guys know they can enter. All right, we've got our first person in. Looks like it's probably Laerte, right? Let's see, who's playing as who? That's kind of an important thing to find out. Let me ask the guys. Let's see here. All right, so we've got two top guys here. Everybody knows these two guys. They're both top 50 players in the league. Actually, in the entire 270 game. So Brendan, he's got his own channel actually dedicated to to the game. Yeah, and so Laerte here, he's also isn't he the 270 Classic champion? So he's pretty great. I watched him. See, he beat Jason Casey in the finals. So I think we're still waiting on Brendan here. All right, still waiting on seems like Brendan here. And my bad, guys. I'm a little nervous in my first stream here. All right, so I've also told the guys, so they're gonna have the timer is gonna be set to 10 minutes, but they need to play within 5, except for the ballot round. So let me just remind them of that right now. But in the ballot round, there's a little bit of leeway. You can maybe take a little longer than 5 minutes, but yeah. All right. Looks like Brendan's entered, or I assume that's Brendan. Still gotta find that one out, Alright, let me make my move real fast here. Alright. What's up, Siraj? He's here. Brendan's in the stream. What's up, Chad? Oh, wait. Laerte's Joe. Is that what Chad's saying? Is that true? How do people know this? Alright, let's figure this out. All right, so I mean, okay, so I was gonna say if we don't figure it out, so Laerte is Joe, but it kind of just depends on who goes into New York, right? So whoever goes into New York, that's Laerte. So Laerte is Joe, and looks like Brennan's JFK. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys in the chat, but I think Brennan's a swing state guy, right? He starts off with swing states. I think so. All right, looks like turn one's kind of a thinker here. It looks like. Um, Honestly, like their division's been pretty tough. I mean, they've got Adrian Brown. Adrian Brown's a great player. Joshua Neptune, I believe, is in that division. He's a great player. I think So Joshua took down Supun, and he took down Tyler Barola, I think, during the season last year. And Adrian Brown took down Jason Casey, which not many people can say that. So, so these aren't the only two good guys in the division. I mean, like, these two guys are great, but I mean, the entire division's pretty strong. So it's going to be a real fight. I expect a clawing for that division title in that one. So Siraj says Brennan is unpredictable to me. Not seen a trend as such. Okay. All right. Hey, you guys saw that I moved, right? Because on my end, it seems to be totally glitching. Like, why did the time go back up? Did this glitch on us? What? Okay. Alright, I've actually never had this glitch happen to me before. So is this gonna right itself, or should we just exit out and re-enter here? Or should we just restart the match? What do we think on this one? I don't even know. What does the chat think? Alright, so people are saying exit out, so let's just try that. So let's go into ongoing games. And let's go back in. Let's see what's going on. Okay. That didn't... Alright. Let's exit. Let's force close the app here real fast. Jeez, that's rough, guys. I'm sorry about that one. The bad way to start a stream. Alright, no worries, though. I mean, I assume nothing insane happened while I was gone here, so... Alright, let's see if we can get back into that. Alright. Alright, sounds good. All right. Okay. So I think we're actually back on board here. Okay. So Brennan goes into Florida. Okay. So he is going for swing states. Okay. All right. What do we think of the Virginia take there? What does that do for him there? I mean, let me make my spend first here. So, do we think he's gonna? I mean, does he want to move into California? Is that the reason for the Virginia, because it has the high tech as well? Because I mean I typically like to pick up a Colorado or a New Mexico along with that. So Siraj is saying that's just the exact amount for swing. Um, so let's see here. You need 200 for swing, right? So 100, 142.5, 165. Oh shoot. Okay. All right. I'm clowning around here. I'm clowning around. Good point. I didn't know that gave you actually perfect spending capability there. Okay, fair enough. Bryce is saying, or African American. That's true. Okay, so Brennan does pick up the swing states, like you guys were saying. It's exact amount. Let's see here, what's going on? So, one in each of these. Okay. So Brennan's probably gonna move into what, Texas now? I mean, he probably wants that Texas. And clashing in New York was real smart because, you know, he was able to leave at the right time with. So if he would have left with what, 350 after the clash, he would have gone into turn 2 with 350. So then you get the extra 250 the next round, gives you 600 exact, which you can get swing states quicker than someone can get town and gown. So good play by Brendan. That was pretty solid, very solid. Yeah, I mean, I think he'll move into Texas. Yeah, I mean that's what makes the most sense. I mean, with Texas, he picks up, you know, manufacturing, and he also picks up agriculture. And he's just kind of one step ahead of Laerte right now, which is exactly where Laerte wants you. Actually, he wants you. He wants you one step ahead of him, because that's when he's most dangerous. I think everyone who plays him knows that. So. TJ saying, I wouldn't go into Texas. TJ, why not? Let's see. Do you think that would, so then Illinois and Michigan. Okay, so you're saying that, are you kind of advocating for that one, hangman strategy that people have been using? Where you get manufacturing first and then move into Texas? I don't know about that hangman strategy, guys. It sounds a little bit dubious to me. I don't know. Yeah, so Raj is saying, I would go into Texas, but we were both FDR players, so I might be biased. I might be biased, I admit it. But something seems a little bit off to me about, like, collecting all the small states to get the bonus instead of having, like, one anchor state to build off of. I don't know. Oh, TJ says, yeah, but I also don't get swing state with Florida. Okay, you're crazy, TJ. You're crazy. You're crazy. That's I've I don't know. I think it's good to have an anchor state to like build around rather than like just a bunch of small states. I feel like the small states, I don't know, kind of easier to pick off. I think people are more scared to go for like one big state because I mean if they clash, it's you're pretty much done early in the game. But yeah, all right. Let's see here. So what do you think Laerte's thinking about here? I mean, he's if I was Laerte right now, I'd be a little uncomfortable to be honest. A little bit uncomfortable. I mean, let's look at JFK's bonuses real fast just to get an idea. So he does have manufacturing base. Okay. He's got almost everything. I mean, he's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. But yeah, okay. So pretty much nothing JFK can do can hurt him unless, you know, he... I mean, I think the only wrong move Brennan can make is going to California, in my opinion. Okay. Okay, so Laerte picks up Town and Gown. So what is Brennan thinking? Is he gonna try to prove the Hangman strategy here? I don't know. What do we think is the idea with Pennsylvania here? Let's see. I mean, was Pennsylvania just a way of him diversifying just a little bit? In case Laerte came after, is he anywhere in his states? No, that's not really any pressure. I mean, only Brendan's in his state. But honestly, from what I've seen from Laerte playing, he typically will go down with the ship on Arizona. So there's just no way you're going to take Arizona from him. Like I can guarantee Laerte is going to seal that up. I would guess this turn. So make my move real fast. Alright, so TJ's saying, I also make it impossible to get high tech without going into California. Okay, is that regarding Pennsylvania? Okay, I got you. So, okay, that's pretty smart. That actually does that. That's really, really smart. See, everyone's playing 3D chess on me right now. That's really good. Is that true? Like, do you need Pennsylvania to get high tech if you have, if you only have New York here? That's true. That's a pro move by Brendan. That was excellent. Yeah, Siraj says, although Brendan knows Laerte likes what I call the lazy road to high tech by going into Cali. That's pretty true. Has Laerte ever gone kind of the, I guess actually, because I've moved into Cali before against him, and that's forced him to kind of build around New York for high tech. But for the most part, yeah, I've seen Laerte just kind of just move into California to get that easy high tech money. Um, all right, let's see what's going on here. Okay, Laerte did not spend all the way, and they both move into California. Okay, I'm actually a bit surprised by that, but these guys are playing some 3D chess on me here already. So, okay. Look here. I mean, Brennan's really making a bid here for high tech. I mean, it's starting to make sense to me because he has Virginia, he has Pennsylvania, he's moved into Maryland, he's moved into Washington. Okay, like, and it's New Hampshire as well. It's kind of coming together. It's coming together for me. I don't know. My old FDR bias says though that Texas makes sense, but I don't know. See, both kind of similar money here. State groups real fast, same as before. I mean, they've both been playing a little bit slow here just because they were both kind of anticipating that double tap. You know, I don't know if Laerte anticipated Brennan double tapping in California with him, but they were both planning for that. So just a state group apiece at this point. I mean, I'd rather have swing states, to be honest. I think most people would. I mean, town and gal money's fine, but it's more of like it's more of like an end game kind of benefit because I mean, who the heck's going to invest in like Maine or Missouri? You're just not going too early in the game. So, and I mean, Arizona is kind of one of the key states with town and gallon money. So, are there any other key states with town and gallon money? I guess Massachusetts is pretty key. Utah is pretty decent. I don't know about Minnesota. I mean, I'm much of a Minnesota guy myself. I don't know. It's kind of a desperate attempt to pick up, ag if it comes around, but I don't know about that one. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, I'd rather have Massachusetts than Minnesota. I'd rather have Massachusetts than Minnesota. All right, this one seems to be kind of a thinker here. Makes sense. I mean, all right, let's see what happens here. All right, Laerte seals it up. Seals up Arizona, makes sense. Ooh, Brennan does move into California. Okay. And Virginia here. All right, so looks like kind of a low spend for Laerte there. Let's see what's going on. So, all right, let's analyze this. It looks like Brennan will get high tech. He will get high tech. So, and that strategy earlier that you were kind of referring to of moving into manufacturing states, that's starting to make a lot more sense to me now. Because if you're not even going to take Texas, I mean, you can put on some real pressure there in preventing Laerte from even getting manufacturing once he does move into Texas. So that does make sense. Make my move here. Let's take a look at these here. So can Brennan do it this turn? No, he cannot get high tech this turn. I don't think he can. There's a good bit of that is swing state money. So, yeah. And then, so I guess Laerte's putting a little pressure in Virginia here. Yeah, but Brennan has that swing state money, so I don't know about that. So this is kind of some throwaway money, just in case, like, that's the make or break that gives you African American, but typically isn't. Could be, who knows? Sometimes it's good to hedge against that. So. So TJ is saying he can if he protects Virginia. Okay. So let's work this out for a second. So he's getting it was like around 110 for swing states, right? So that leaves him with like 450 just regular cash to spend, right? That's what's going on, right? So 400 in California and then an extra 50 to spend. Assuming he protects Virginia here. It's going to cost a good bit to protect Virginia. So that's so 7 more times 22, that's about 150 more to protect in Virginia. Okay. Maybe it is smart that Laerte, because maybe Brennan will throw a few pegs in this one, but he might not go all the way. But I don't know. This will be interesting to see this round, what happens in Virginia. I mean, you're so TJ is saying surprise Brennan's not in Louisiana for Old South. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, he has it with Louisiana, so let's see what happens here. He goes up 1. Okay. Okay, clash in Michigan. Okay, so I mean it's clear that Laerte's kind of pivoting to African American, it looks like. I mean, yeah, he's pivoting. He's definitely pivoting to African American. I think he's kind of conceding high tech at this point. So anything change the state groups? Nope. Okay. Make this move. Alright, okay, so we got that clash in Michigan. Laerte has a good bit of money here. Yeah, I don't know what to think of this situation, guys, here, because the thing is, I mean, Laerte has a lot of money to spend to get that African American bonus. But what happens if Brennan just goes into Texas? Should Brennan just go into Texas? Does he have that kind of money? Or is that too dangerous against Laerte, who just kind of is a heavy saver? I mean, he might be too risky to take 3 states on him. Or 3 of the big 4, I mean. But I mean, so nothing happened in Virginia. Okay. He said, bring it on, waste your money. If you want to outspend me in Virginia, waste it. Fair enough. Oh, geez, I haven't been showing you guys these at all. That's not good. We should probably be looking at these. That's kind of important. Okay. Just to give people an idea. Okay. I mean, nothing too crazy there. It's kind of what we all assume. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think of that? I mean, is it too risky for Laerte to seal up all those AA states and just have Brendan drop a few in Texas? I mean, that would be devastating, honestly. It might be devastating. Is it time for Brendan to do what TJ was saying earlier about just kind of, well, I guess they did clash in Illinois and Michigan. So, is it worth trying to get manufacturing here and not even going into Texas, but just, starting off with manufacturing? Oh, TJ is saying if I'm Brendan, I'm going into Texas here. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's what I was just saying. I mean, like, it's kind of ripe for the taking, especially if Laerte thinks he can get African American this round. I mean, what does that even do for him? He can give some pressure in Florida, but I mean, I don't like that situation if I'm Laerte there. I don't like it. Okay, Laerte is going for African American. What's gonna happen in Texas? Not good. Not good. That's not good for Laerte. But he got Old South, though. African American and Old South. Okay. Okay, so he's up in bonuses, but he's in a really tough position right now. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about this one. I mean, he's up in bonuses. Let's take a look here. I mean, he's got the Old South. He's got African American by a healthy margin. Pretty healthy. I mean, let's take a look here. He could pick up Michigan or Illinois. But if I'm Brendan right here, I'd rather be Brendan. I just would. I mean, with 3 of the big 4 states, because now he has building potential. I mean, he's got a ton of money. So, I mean, what do you think? What do you think is smarter, guys? Do you go double tap in Texas or one more tap in Cali? Because with Cali, he gets what? He will get agriculture, and if he invests correctly, he also will get high tech. Okay, fair enough. But if he goes into Texas, he gets some key manufacturing money there. I don't know. I personally think Illinois is one of the most important states in the game. Like outside the Big Four, I think it's the most important state. So, yeah. Let me check the chat real fast here. Oh, Siraj likes the music? Nice. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Radiohead. So, some Radiohead instrumentals. Gotta love it. TJ is saying, game's over. Brennan's gonna tick into Cali for high tech. Yep, and he also gets the ag bonus. Yep. Then he's gonna double tap in Texas. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So Jules saying, gotta get Florida. Bad news bears otherwise. Yeah, I actually agree with that. Totally agree with that. I mean, you have to at least make him spend a bunch in Florida. I mean, you just... You can't win with this setup. You just can't. So... yeah, it's just not going to happen. Let's see what Bryce is saying here. Pressure in Virginia and North Carolina to put that swing state under pressure too. Laerte is playing the money game right now, and he's one of the best in doing so. Yeah, definitely. He's definitely one of the best in the game. When he's down, he knows the pressure points. He knows exactly where to put money in, where you, like the other player looks at it and they just say, well, this is kind of a key state for me. It would be devastating if I lost it, so I might as well seal it up. And he keeps finding like those little pressure points where he's like, I dare you not to say, I dare you not to, seal this state up. Otherwise, I might just take it and that'll wreck your game. So, very good at finding pressure points when he's down. So, Joel saying, should have pressured in Florida last turn to get some spending and delay Cali and Texas a few more turns. Yeah, that would have been key. If he already had like a pip or one little tab, in Florida, yeah, that could make a huge difference. All right, we're approaching that 5-minute mark here. Hopefully these guys finish up their turns in time here. They go a little bit over. It's not the end of the world. Goal is to finish within 5. Where is Brennan in New York? So he's at the 0 mark, but they did clash earlier on. So, that's always a danger there. Yeah, let's take a quick look at where everyone's invested in. Okay. Make sure I made my turn. Okay, I did. Good. All right, I know this is a thinking round for both of them. This is a tough one. So I think we can be generous with the time a little bit here. If this happens a few more rounds, I'll probably send them a text and be like, come on, guys. All right, excellent. All right, Arkansas, Colorado. Okay, so there is the Florida pressure. Okay. Illinois take. Oh boy, Laerte. Oh boy, there's that manufacturing money. There it is. There it is. Alright, so Brennan is true to his word. He is unpredictable. How many people thought that that he would at least go into Texas or California that turn? He went the long way around for manufacturing. But I respect it. I respect it. Make my turn real fast here. Okay, so let's kind of take a look at where we are right here. everybody's invested in. Okay. Now let's take a look at this. Okay, so Laerte does have more money. So I don't know how much of that is actually Old South and Town and Gown. You'd have to imagine a lot, to be honest. Probably a good bit of it. But he still does have the threat in Florida. I mean, Brennan probably will have to spend there because given Laerte's position, he can't allow Brennan to, to finish up Texas or California and then finish up the other one and still have Florida. You can't allow that. So I think we're getting to like that do or die point for Laerte, but then again, just me saying that's kind of funny because Laerte doesn't think in those terms. That's not his mindset. He might not spend anything, but he'll make you spend everything here. So, yeah. Alright, so let's see here. State groups. So does Brennan have the money to go 2-tap, 1-tap here? And then just kind of concede Florida? Is that a good idea? Oh, we're getting a question where Laerte is here. So he's in Pennsylvania, Michigan, Virginia. It's hard to see here, but he's also in Maryland, Washington, New Hampshire, and Virginia. So kind of classic Laerte. He's pretty much everywhere, and he's hanging here like a ghost too because they clashed in Illinois earlier. So that's up. Okay. And then Brennan, he's sitting pretty here. I mean, he's playing a great game here. Does he concede Florida? Does he protect Florida? I mean, I would say this is one of those really key turns. Like, this one right here is gonna kind of signal which direction this game's going. Because right now, I mean, clearly Brendan's, in a great position, but this turn will let us know, like, what's really, really happening. You can say Laerte steals Florida, but Brendan also throws a bunch of money in there to defend, but he doesn't defend it. Okay, now we've got a game on our hands. Say he steals Florida, Brendan spends nothing but takes Texas and California. I still think Brendan's winning, but it's a little more balanced. Alright, I'm going to text the guys. Brendan's saying that he's been consistently playing in a minute. In the first minute every round. I believe him. I'm just going to send a quick text though, just to remind the chat in general that you should be done within the first 5 minutes. So... All right, it all goes down here. Let's see. Let's look at these again here. So, Latino, oil and gas. I mean, these are things we all expected. I mean, Brennan's going to pick up export. He'll pick up ag. Because there's no way Laerte takes Texas and California, or Texas or California at this point. These are done. They're done. High tech. All right, let's see what goes on here. All right, California gets high tech and ag. Okay. All right, Louisiana. New Hampshire's taken. Okay. Okay. Okay, so yeah, that was a big round. That was a big round. So Brennan got high tech. He got agriculture, he got manufacturing, he got export, and he has swing states. Laerte has money, but I'd rather have all these bonuses. And Brennan's also going to probably pick up oil and gas once he finishes Texas. And he'll pick up Latino once he finishes Texas. Yeah. Alright, let me spend real fast here. Alright, so I mean... yeah, Laerte's... he's gonna start saving at this point. I mean, I mean... do you save at this point? Does that even make sense when the other guy has 3 of the big 4 states? I don't think you do. I don't think you do. So I think you... do you take Florida? I don't know. I think I'd take Florida. Or at least go for it, because, I mean, no guarantee to take it here. Let's see here. So Brennan can't spend high tech. He can't spend manufacturing. He can't spend swing states in Florida. Laerte can't spend town and gown and Old South. Okay. So Laerte could outspend him here. Could. But is it worth it? I mean, what does that really give you in the end, right? Because once Brendan finishes up Texas, he's getting a lot of those bonuses right back. Or he'll never even lose them, I mean to say. I mean, he won't lose export. Obviously won't lose manufacturing. Would he lose swing states? Let's take a look here. So that's 110, 145, 160, and that's over 200. He wouldn't even lose swing states. And he obviously doesn't lose high tech. So, yeah, I don't know what that does for Laerte, to be honest. I don't know what that does. I mean, it doesn't even really stave off Brennan taking Latino and oil and gas. So, I don't know. I think he needs one of these two guys, and they're not going to come cheap. They're not going to come cheap. So, I don't know. Can you overtake a bonus at any chance? I mean, not really. Like, high tech, Brennan can still Okay, we got to move here. All right, Colorado finishes up. Okay, so he does take Florida. Let's see what that does for him. Yeah, Iowa. Some of that town and gown. Okay, so Brennan takes Louisiana, takes Maryland. North Carolina flips. Okay, so my scenario earlier for how he could lose swing states, that was one of them. Okay, so I think he will lose swing states. Yeah, so he lost swing states, and that does go to Laerte. But he gets Latino, and he gets oil and gas. Okay. Still a tough spot, but in terms of electoral votes, look pretty even up now, actually. I mean, this isn't like the worst scenario here, to be honest with you guys, for Laerte. He's still in a pretty good spot. And maybe I've gone crazy here, but I only see, what is that, a 13 electoral vote difference there? And he's hanging out in a ton of his states, and he also has AA money to pressure in somewhere like Michigan. Granted, Brennan has high-tech money, just probably a little better, to be honest. Latino swing, it could. It wouldn't swing, but he could take it away if he, maybe he went for... Illinois would take it away. Is anyone in Nevada? No. So... Actually, no, that wouldn't take it away. Because he has these two states, right? He has California and Texas. So I think if he has these two, he won't even lose Latino, so never mind. Ignore me. Yeah, let's see what the chat's saying on this one. So Siraj says, Laerte somehow manages to keep himself in despite the back against the wall. Can never write him off until the fat lady sings. Apparently so. Totally right, Siraj. I was saying, just 2 minutes ago, that it didn't look very good for Laerte, and now I'm kind of like, well, it doesn't look terrible. It's not too bad. Do I think he's winning? No. But that's still in a bad position to be in. He's in a lot of Brennan's states. Let's take a look at this. Look how many states he's in Brennan's. He's there. He's lingering around. He's there. So, yeah. And let's see what Brennan's up to here. So, yeah, real strong base here with California and Texas. Let's see. Does he want to make the bid? We can't make the bid for African American. Not for Old South. For swing states, absolutely. I bet he's still thinking about swing states here. Whether it's actually to get the swing state money, not really. But it would be nice to maybe take back North Carolina, but and Virginia. But I think Laerte is just going to lock those down, so maybe it's not worth spending anything. Might not be worth it. So, so let's see, how many states have actually been locked up here? So we've got 11, 17, 37. Is that all? These colors are kind of weird. So, up here, okay. So 41. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Have I made my move? Jeez, I didn't. That's embarrassing, guys. My bad. All right. All right. So let's see here. I think Brennan's in for the Laerte special at this point, which is just, really smart spending. Really smart saving and spending. That's where he's dangerous. So, let's see what comes of that. Alright, we're past the 5-minute mark. It's another big thinking round here. All right, we got to move here. So nothing too unexpected. I mean, you see Brendan kind of going into Laerte's states. He's like, I mean, both can play at this game. We can both play at this game. We can both kind of sit and wait and pick off each other's states a little bit. So, fair enough. I don't think anything's switched hands there. Everything's the same. There's no real money advantage here, in my opinion. Maybe a little bit to Brendan, just because, like, how useful is swing state money at this point? Like, let's take a look. I mean, it's still pretty useful, to be honest. Like, you can seal up Wisconsin with some of that money. Might want to get into Colorado. Got New Mexico here. Make my turn real fast. Oh, and I should probably start doing that, you know, that no spend in some other state, so I don't accidentally block a ballot. That'd be very, very bad for my first stream. It'd be bad. Yeah, so I don't think Laerte has to spend anything in Florida this time. I mean, I don't know what he'll do, but I mean, that would be kind of folly on Brendan's part to go back for Florida. So I mean, it just wouldn't make any sense. I mean, because he's kind of in the driver's seat still, in my opinion. He's in the driver's seat. So, like, why risk everything in Florida? So Brendan's got that high-tech money. He's looking at Massachusetts. He's looking at Utah. Okay. And Laerte's probably looking at, I don't know, this one's a little tricky here because, I mean, Brendan, he kind of equally spent, so they're kind of playing a little bit of Russian roulette at this point. Yeah, because, I mean, if Laerte goes into a state that you spent all this money into and he goes all the way in, well, then you've wasted all that money. But if he goes into a state that you then clinch from that point, well, then yeah, I mean, he's totally screwed. So, yeah, let's see about this one. Alright, let's see here. So are people going to be considering the ballot at this point? So 11, 19, 25, 53, 57, 77. Is that all? I think that's all. So, people might not go for the ballot yet. I mean, maybe Laerte would if he wants to just finish off Florida here, and then just try to go for it. But I don't know. I don't know about that move. Seems like he could still pick off a few more states at Brendan's if he wanted to. I don't know. They're kind of risky though. I mean, Illinois, that'd be devastating clash there. Michigan would be devastating. Washington, I mean, they're all devastating here. The only non-devastating one is probably Maryland. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's been a really great game so far, though. Okay, so he does move into Colorado. Okay. Connecticut. Delaware is taken. Okay. Okay, so he does go for Maryland. That made sense. That was not as devastating if you clash. Okay. So... Okay, let me quick spend here. Alright, so it made sense that Laerte moved into Maryland. 10 electoral votes, 20 electoral votes swing, technically. So that's pretty good move. Check out where they're located. I saw Brennan picked up some more electoral votes, kind of inching toward that 270 mark. Also kind of just preventing that quick ballot, so pretty smart on that end. Let's see here. Oh, I was being dumb earlier. I didn't notice Ohio. You can put a lot of swing state money toward Ohio. Yeah, that's on the chopping block as well. Okay. So... I don't know, this has turned into a very close game. I think it's safe to say that I had no idea what I was talking about earlier. I think it's very safe to say that. Because this is pretty close. I mean, so... Yeah, I don't... It doesn't make sense necessarily for Brennan to move down into the Old South. Except maybe to put, like, maybe one in Georgia and one in South Carolina just to make him spend, or to steal one of those for an unexpected, electoral vote swing on the ballot rounds. So, but this is generally pretty solid. I would say these two are vulnerable just because of the swing state money. I think this is pretty solid. I think Brennan has Illinois. I think that's kind of done. I think that would be insane if Laerte went for Illinois. Let's see here. I think Colorado's in the chopping block. Let's see, who is Latino? Yeah, so that's Brennan. Okay, cool. I think it makes sense for Laerte just to move into these states, just to make him spend a little bit. Let's see, where does it make sense for Brennan to spend money? I think you want... I don't know. I think you'd want Laerte to spend a little bit of his money down here. Not this turn, but on the ballot round, you'd want that. Because, these are huge swings in electoral votes if one of these go. And he should have to pay for these. You're paying for all these to maintain pretty much everything you have. He's not paying anything to maintain this, so he should have to pay for that. Yeah. I don't know about this one. I don't think Laerte goes for Washington. Could be a good sneak attack, but at the same time, Brennan has both high tech and export. So paying to finish this one is it's pretty easy, actually. It should be pretty easy to defend. So I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if someone goes for the ballot this time. I guess I should have been counting the electoral votes. Has there been any change since the last time I said anything? Oh, okay, Michigan. I think we were at like 77, so I think we'd be at 93 now. Oh, but I don't think this was sealed last time either. This might be at 96. we might, but I would imagine that something gets clinched this round, so it would make sense to go for the electoral. I mean, to go for the ballot. So. All right, let's see what happens. So Florida is finished. Okay, Brennan was of like mind. He's like, yeah, I mean, he shouldn't get to just keep all those states. I mean, he's got to at least pay to defend them. Makes sense. The only issue is Brendan did pay a lot. He spent a lot, I mean, this round. Laerte didn't spend as much, but we'll see what happens with that one. Okay, pretty important flip, though. Pretty important flip. Massachusetts is big. 11 electoral votes. Alright, so we're definitely not getting a ballot. Alright. Several clashes. Okay, so a lot of states flipped, but it doesn't matter yet what flipped. Just due to the fact that it's not the ballot round yet. So, you know, big swing in electoral votes that time. But we're not quite there. Let me go into a state that won't cause any issues. Okay. Alright, let's check it out here. Okay, so Brendan decided, okay, there's no reason to keep hanging on Illinois here. Definitely don't want that to flip. Makes sense. That's sealed up. And we're definitely at, you know, enough electoral ballots. I mean, electoral votes. We reached 100. We reached 100, so there's no worries there. So Brennan's pretty much everywhere too. He's everywhere. They're both everywhere. I guess Brennan maybe not be in DC, but I mean, what does that even mean? Okay, so but Laerte's not in Texas, and he's not in West Virginia. But they're basically everywhere with similar money. So to me, I would give... Actually, I'm not going to give any advantages anymore because I think I've been wrong throughout this entire stream. So, we'll hold off on that. But maybe a better way to go about this is to analyze, like, what money they have and which is better at this point in the game. Swing states. Alright. So, Laerte is in Ohio, Wisconsin, and Colorado. He needs to take one this round. He needs to take one. Okay? Because otherwise, Brennan is going to start sealing these up. Then that swing state money becomes entirely useless on the ballot round. He's got to take something. Town and gown. Alright. Where are people? Yeah, like I said earlier, much earlier in the stream, Town and Gown is useful at the end of the game. Just to get these electoral votes. I mean, I don't know how much Brennan's going to contest these ones. He's got a good lead. Is it worth contesting states in which Laerte has Town and Gown money? Maybe not. Exports. Not a huge factor, honestly. I mean, we're still looking at the same states here. That just gives, you know, Brennan a pretty good edge here because he's got both manufacturing and export versus swing states. But keep in mind, You know, if I were Laerte here, what I would probably do is I'd probably go for Wisconsin. Just because Ohio, you know that Brennan has the advantage there. Concede the 18, take the 10. That's probably what I'd do. Down here, let's take a quick look. Okay, so it may not be time for Brendan to take anything yet, but he's there. He's waiting. He's gonna take something from down there. Manufacturing, kind of covered that a little bit already, but Indiana and Kentucky, these two don't necessarily go to the manufacturing person, obviously. All right, let's see what happens. All right, so Colorado's sealed up. Sealed up. All right, win for Utah did not work out. Wisconsin sealed up. See, what's with the, like? What do you do with that swing state money now? What do you have left? Ohio? I mean, he knows you're coming in Ohio now. That's the only state left. I don't know. I don't know about that. Because even if you clashed, you still have the swing state money. In the same way that he's got, you know, the manufacturing and export and agriculture, you still have something to spend it on. Now you only have one place to spend it on. So let's look at other areas. So we still have Oregon, Idaho, Wyoming, Montana, Hawaii, and Rhode Island, Vermont, and Maine. Oh, and Indiana. Okay. So we still have a good bit of states left. So Laerte does have like the slight money advantage, but still, you have to ask yourself how much of that is swing state money, and if he doesn't get Ohio out of it, how much of that's going to go to waste? Yeah, I don't know. Brendan still waits. Down here, nothing's changed there. Ag, it doesn't matter too much. I mean, it does matter, don't get me wrong, but like, will Brennan take Minnesota? Maybe. Might be worth it. It's just kind of one of those states you take a gamble on. Could be one of the ones in the South. Could be Minnesota. Who knows? High tech. Okay, this is kind of big because let's take a look at Massachusetts. All right, so Massachusetts. I want to think Laerte has a lot of town and gown money. Massachusetts. That's, like I said earlier, there are like a few good states for you can spend your town and gown money. Arizona, Utah, Massachusetts, and then some could argue Minnesota. I think Laerte's coming for that. Anywhere else high-tech related? Could be Utah. Could be Utah. It's kind of like, you know, Utah, always the bridesmaid, never the bride. You know, it's kind of, it's the 6 instead of the 11, but hey, you pick up something. Not bad. Okay. Alright, sorry, I was looking at the chat for a second here. to Jackson Tingle. Anybody else zone out halfway through this match and has no clue what's going on? Oh dear. Well, I hope that hasn't been because of subpar streaming, but well, we'll find out when I watch this over again. But Siraj says it's the only state left. Adam in a sad tone while sad music plays in the background. Oh Jesus, there's sad music going on in the background right now. Well, I guess it does fit because I don't know what he's gonna do with that swing state money. I don't know. I think it's kind of gone now. Oh shoot, I forgot to spend. I apologize to everyone. Alright, let's do this. Alright, let's see what happens here. Alright, no ballot again. Okay, so he does take Massachusetts. I think Massachusetts made sense there. It made sense to me. North Dakota's gone. Gone. Ohio, see, there's that swing state money. But I guess to be fair though, Laerte has probably so much swing state money, he might do that again. He might just do that again. So, and we're getting really close. Like, I think we're, what, Idaho away from a ballot? So, yeah, let me do this so I don't forget like last time. Alright, so, I mean, where we're sitting right now, let's see. So he might do that with Ohio again, depending on how much swing state money he has. But actually, he probably doesn't have much at all. What am I even saying? I mean, that's a lot of money he just spent to get up there. That was $450,000. I don't think he had more than that. So I think he's back down to his base level, whatever that is, like somewhere over 100,000. Actually, we can just find that out. Where is swing state? Oh shoot. Okay. Isn't swing state like 100,000? So he's only getting 80,000 a turn. That hurts. Okay. All right. So I don't know what he's gonna do in Ohio again. I don't know. Might be worth going for, but let's see, where is Brendan? Yeah, Brendan's waiting down here. He's waiting to pick off some of these states. He's waiting to pick off a lot of states here. And Laerte's waiting to pick off some states out here. But this isn't good for Laerte here. Because, you know, Brendan has manufacturing money. Maybe not after defending Ohio, but it still gives him the advantage. So he might as well kind of wait around and then kind of take the pick of the litter here between Kentucky and Indiana, depending on how it looks. I will say these are two pretty important states, especially New Jersey here. I mean, whenever someone has won in New Jersey, and there was a clash earlier, I mean, that could be a 28 electoral vote swing. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's big. That's a big state right there. I think from looking at it right now, I think it makes sense. Laerte wants there to be a ballot this round. He doesn't want this to go on any longer. I don't think he wants this to go on any longer. Because I think it only makes sense that a lot of the spending left to do in this game relies on the bonuses that JFK holds. I mean, Oregon, export. Nebraska. Well, actually, that's town and gown and ag, right? Yeah, okay. Town and gown and ag. Town and gown. Old South, African American. But we have to keep in mind that Brendan's winning. So Laerte's got to pick up states. He's got to pick up. Is he in here? He is, but Ohio was big. It was big. That was really big. He should have picked up one more thing with that swing state money. He just didn't get enough out of it. I mean, what did he get out of it? He got New Hampshire, Iowa, Arizona, Virginia, and North Carolina, and I guess Florida as well. But Florida doesn't really count because he didn't really use too much swing state money to get that. So it would have been nice if if you're Laerte, it would have been nice to get one of these three if you couldn't get Ohio. Yeah. Do we see another clash in Idaho? Okay, so Laerte got a little bit nervous. Oh, they clash in Idaho again. Jeez. Okay, no ballot. And at this point, Brennan's like, give me Indiana and give me Kentucky. All right, and Nebraska. And New Jersey. And Oregon. He wants everything. Okay. All right, so based on the electoral vote difference here and the noticeably less of a difference between the spending capability, I definitely give advantage to Brennan here. Oh, Ohio was ripe for the taking. So sad. So sad. Oh. Sad. Alright. What did he do with that swing state money that time? Maybe it makes sense for him to just kind of save it up and then go all at once. Yeah, so Raj is saying Laerte probably should have tried Ohio considering Brennan would have thought he wouldn't try it again. Yeah. Yeah, I was just saying the same thing, and to be honest, like it's easy to say in hindsight, but it's kind of tough to know what he's doing with that swing state money right now. Is he trying to save it up and then just really try to, clinch Ohio with that big 450K spend? Might not be a bad idea, but Brendan might find that it's worth just to block that. I mean, 18 electoral votes at this point in the game. Let's see, how many does Laerte need? He needs 48 electoral votes. So Ohio gets him 18 of the way. He needs 30 more. And we're not even at the ballot. And Brendan's hanging out in all his states down here. So It's not good. Although I do think Brendan might have moved up a little bit too early in Indiana and Kentucky, but who am I to say? Okay. I mean, if we're looking at available states for Laerte to take, there are a bunch. Don't get me wrong. I mean, 1, 2. I'm not gonna count them all. Screw that. All right, but the point is that there are a lot on this side of the map. For Brendan. So. And yeah, we'll see what happens down here. I wouldn't be surprised if Brendan goes for, a Georgia or a Tennessee flip, just to surprise people. But at the same kind of idea, though, I wouldn't be surprised if Laerte goes for an Indiana or a Kentucky flip. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Okay, so Brendan protects California still. Okay, Connecticut. Georgia up. Okay. So we will get the ballot. Thank goodness. Alright, so goodbye Ohio. And goodbye swing state money. Goodbye swing state money. Okay. Okay. So I think, the electoral vote count's gonna, so Laerte's gonna narrow the gap. Is he gonna take 64 electoral votes? It's hard to believe he does. So he can take 9, 13, 16, 19, 24, 34, 40, 47, 57, 65, 76, 81, and 95. Okay, so technically there are enough there. But it's not like Brennan doesn't have money. He's got money. So, he's going to kind of chip away at Laerte's as well. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets a little closer. I don't think it's going to finish 332 to 206, that great of a margin. But I would imagine Laerte gets to around 230. I think he'll make it but he is ballot god, though. He is ballot god. So, but I'm not sure ballot god can pull this one out. But then again, when he played Jason Casey, I don't think anyone expected that finish. So it'd be fun if we got another one of those. Brendan would hate it, but yeah. Oh, and Troy Moore saying plus California. Yeah, I'm not really going to count California. I don't think he has many of the bonuses going toward it. He doesn't have Latino. He doesn't have oil. He doesn't have high tech. He doesn't have agriculture. And he doesn't have export. So, does he have how much raw would he need? He would need 1.2 million in raw cash. It's not going to happen. Yeah. Yeah. But, you know, crazy things have happened. We'll see what's... Yeah. Oh, and plus, I would say we can assume around like 240,000 of that is swing state money. It's been 3 turns since he spent a bunch in Ohio. So, you know, that's 240 off the table of unusable cash. So, yeah. All right, let's see what happens here. All right, Brennan just said, move made. Okay, this is exciting. I would imagine, though, Laerte might take a little bit over the 5 minutes, just because, yeah, he's going to have to pull a rabbit out of his hat on this one. Yeah, it's gonna be a magic trick if he somehow finds 64 electoral votes. Okay, that's 3. That's 9. That's 13. That's 23. That's 33. That's 39. That's 46. I'm looking at the electors, and I think I got the math wrong, but the point is he's getting close, okay? Okay, great game. Congratulations, Brendan Borman, on a fantastic win. Although it really did even up in the end. So, yeah, congratulations. Hard fought by both. That was an awesome battle between 2 amazing opponents. 2 of the best in the game. 2 of the best in the game. So, I think Laerte pretty much performed a perfect ballot on there. That was still like a perfect ballot. So, pretty amazing. Fantastic match. Alright, thanks everyone for tuning in. This was actually a lot of fun. I'll hopefully get better at this too. But I want to thank, Brendan and Laerte for allowing me to stream their match. It was a lot of fun. And definitely want to thank Javier, the commissioner of RHL, White House Division. Fantastic commissioner, and it's definitely the best league in the 270 Lounge, without a doubt. So, all right, I think I'm going to sign off. But, congratulations once again to Brendan Borman. Fantastic win over a great opponent. All right. Good night.